Here's the box truck. Almost ready to go to the Fun Fly. Just got to load a few more things up. So this is our shore power input. It's also where the backup generator plugs in, which lives right inside this door normally. It's not in there now. The truck is filthy. We're springtime in Utah, so lots of rain, lots of snow, lots of crap. You can see she's filthy. So in here, we've set this up to be the mobile helicopter workbench. We have a print shop. That's what we do for a day job. So lots of printed cool stuff. Partly cloudy with a chance of scattered parts. If you know me, that's way more than accurate, but I heard it from Cletus, so there it is. This is the birds that are going to a Fun Fly near us. We've got a lot more helis in the hangar, but this is just what's going with. Got a Jetcopter SX right there with a Tron 7.0 rotor head and all sorts of modern goodies. Vario XLV up here with a bunch of modern stuff, all flybarless and beautiful. So we have Starlink on the roof. We've got internet. We've got an Xbox Series S right there. I think it's a 40-inch TV. The whole thing is on drawer slides, so we can undo it. And the whole TV will slide way out the door if we want. And then it's also on a big pivoting wall mount, so we can turn it all sorts of directions. We also have a Steam Deck with RealFlight loaded on it. I brought my RealFlight G3 to see if that old Interlink will work with the newer RealFlight, so we'll try that out. Got to have tools, some fuel stuff, nitro and butane for turbines, whatever. Halon fire extinguisher, powder extinguisher, that kind of thing. Got to have a fridge. Can't forget cold drinks. In the toolbox is basically just like, electronics, speed controls, rotor blades for the Hobby King Auto Gyro. Don't blame me. I'm not the reason they're back ordered. We've got tools, and that's the rotor blades for the Beast. I'm waiting on a rotor blade bag. Basically, I guess about the only other point of interest is these are the Risk Racing foot peg tie downs. We've got a Sur-On that locks down right here, so we've got transportation, not have to take the box truck into town if we go to a Fun Fly and need something. The Bauer boxes, pretty much everything in here is Harbor Freight. The toolbox is Harbor Freight. This toolbox is Harbor Freight. Power inverters, Harbor Freight. The power tools in the truck are Bauer from Harbor Freight. Pretty much anything that can be Harbor Freight is. I mean, this is balling on a budget, kind of, is my thought here. Not so balling. A lot of people have crazier setups than this, but this is good for me. So we've got tools, hardware, random electronic stuff, fuel stuff. Got soldering station, everything in these boxes, and they all stack up and lock just like a Milwaukee Packout, but of course Harbor Freight brand. So inside the towel is a grill. Got to be able to cook some burgers while you're at the field. Got Futaba radio. This is our diesel heater. Of course, we run it on jet fuel because we've got plenty of Jet A around. That little thing is awesome. That thing will run for about 20 minutes in the dead of winter here in Utah, and it's too hot inside the truck. So on the roof, we've got 1,000 watts of solar panels, which all come into this controller. Out of that controller into kind of our distribution system over here. This is where like the switch panel gets power. We've got a car stereo in here, of course, so this is just normal automotive whatever stereo. Actually, I don't want to turn that on. It'll take over the audio from the phone. Got a little subwoofer and some speakers. This is connected to the TV. So if we watch videos or play music or play games, we've got good sound inside the truck. That part's kind of cool. This is a 120 volt DC charger for the battery bank that's hiding right down here. That's our Flywing 450 right there. Pretty sweet little unit. Jet A tank, fuel up the helis. So we can charge 2 batteries at once. We do have RV air conditioning. It'll run off the batteries for about an hour. I've got about 500 amp hours of battery down there, or not quite. You can get 45 minutes to an hour on a good sunny day, but it's not really up to it on the solar system. Need to upgrade the batteries big time if we want to keep going with that. So the whole box is insulated. Lots of print shop stuff. I'm an idiot, wired my cool little rocket up to the wrong spot. So it accidentally got 12 volts instead of 5, but whatever. We have, if we turn this on, so these 3 are exterior lights. So I'll back out here and show you. Come down here. So now the rear light bar's on. All the side pod lights are on, so we've got good light all the way around the truck in the dark. I found that's quite instrumental when loading stuff up at night. Of course, the lights inside the truck. You know, I kind of didn't like the naked wiring look at first, and I'm still working on it all the time. It's always changing. But having the wiring exposed, you know, like this kind of stuff. Yes, it's butt connectors, but who cares? It's super easy to get to. You can service it at any time. This is solar in from the roof. We have that on both sides, so whatever. We have plenty of 120 volt power. Down here is an automatic power transfer switch. So if we're on shore power and something runs low, it'll switch to the other input source. That's either a 5,000 watt generator or shore power if we have it. So then we've got a 120 volt strip here and a 120 volt strip right here. And this big coiled up cable is all the power and the audio stuff for the TV and the HDMI cable. So then my kids think this is their playground. We come out to this toolbox, and this is the charging station. So open this up. We've got some ISDT mess in here, but the Q8 Maxes work really good for in this scenario. In our print shop, we have a laser cutter, of course. So this is laser cut acrylic with these power banks in here. So basically, if you want to run a charger, I mean, I just use this, that's why it's a mess. So you hook it up, and we got more than enough juice to run all these chargers at max capacity. And then for any of the small packs, oh, I do need to glue that down still. Glue it down to the base plate. Whatever. For the smaller packs, we can charge a lot at once with these two. They're not very high current chargers, but they work good. Of course, we have charging leads, cell checkers. There's a few more of those, but who knows where they are. We've got 6S packs, 12S packs for helis, 3 cell, 4 cell, and then finally like receiver packs or whatever. And then, I mean, whatever, balance, or I guess that's just plug adapters. That one's probably empty. Balance leads, and then external stuff. It's like canopy tie downs, and, you know, still room to grow. So that's the beast. This is a 93 Chevy G30. Used to be a motorhome. Somebody converted it into a box truck like 20 years ago. And then I got it from Phoenix here to Utah, so no rust, no busyness. There's our output powers. We can charge the Sur-Ron outside the truck if we need to work on something, or 120 volt power for anything, whatever. It was there for the Sur-Ron. So we do have a backup camera. It's pretty clean in here. It's not so bad. I got a little bit of mess down there, but nice comfy seats for driving around, and that's it. There's our box truck, whatever.